Good afternoon, this is Paul Cave. We're watching the US retail sales announcement. I'm waiting to see the reaction and whether I can trade a continuation or reversal of this news announcement based on the lines that I use and the indicators that I use. The lines I'm using are 10 daily lines from Daily Forex Signals, which is dailyforexsignal.blogspot.co.uk. I subscribe and I find his lines incredibly accurate, actually, in terms of targets, in terms of support and resistance, and in terms of being very, very effective in helping me to trade. With something like this, we've got a big reaction to on Euro US, on GBP US, on Aussie US as well. I'm going to watch for where there's a possible turn on this and whether I can get any sort of a correction. It's not been a bad move so far. On Euro Dollar, it's been approximately just over 30 pips. On cable, it's been not too much, just about 25 pips. On Aussie Dollar, it's been about 30 pips as well. I'm going to carry on watching and just see any reaction to this. I'll click the video back on when there is something happening. On Euro Dollar, the initial move has taken the price down to the first of the Daily Forex Signals take profit lines. He has every day a consolidation zone, which is this green line here to this green line here. There is a strategy which says you can sell automatically when it breaks out of this line. I prefer to do it manually, actually, and see what happens and to wait for a break and a retrace to that. Actually, it looks like it's going beyond the first profit target line now. There hasn't been any sort of a correction to speak of as yet. I'm going to continue to watch what is happening. I'll click the video back on when something is happening, but at the moment it's based around the first take profit line. The movement's been about 30 pips since when the announcement was. I find it far too dangerous to trade the announcements, purely and simply because you're not too sure as to which direction it's going to go. I prefer to try and catch either where the move is going to finish and get some sort of a retracement, or if I miss that, which is quite possible because I don't take risks, I wait for the retracement to finish and then I'll go for a continuation. But I do firmly abide by the movement correction movement school of thought, which happens when there are news announcements. If it doesn't happen immediately, it typically happens, some sort of a correction will happen between 6 to 8 minutes. We're on minute 6 at the moment. I would anticipate some sort of a reaction, some sort of a correction rather, and then a possible continuation. If the continuation continues, comes off one of these two lines, then fantastic. Let's have a look, see what happens. You'll note as well, there's two things that are quite interesting here actually. There's this is a special trend indicator. I can't recall the name of it off the top of my head. It's an independent one which I've found online and have used for quite some time, but it indicates all the trends within the time frame. So, you know, the only ones that are up are weekly and monthly. Chances are this is going to continue going down unless it's something superb to get in the way of that, basically. But I would suggest, with that in mind at the moment, that a move to the downside is considerably more likely than a move to the upside. There's been this is the M1, so whether you take notice of any candlestick formations on this particular time frame is entirely up to you, obviously. There's been a bullish engulfing here. You know what candlestick formations are like on lower time frame charts. Quite frequently they have no validity whatsoever, but let's see. I'm going to have a quick look at the M5 chart, see what's happening on that. spread down bar, there'd be some sort of a correction. I'm going to shift back down to the M1 and continue watching it on that, I think. What I would do at this stage is draw a Fibonacci retracement line in, see the levels that are valid on there. It's hit 23.6 already. You would anticipate it going up to either 38.50 or 61.8, possibly further. Fibonacci levels are interesting. As far as reversal points are concerned, it's very difficult to determine which one. It's usually on one of them. That doesn't help much. You're looking for obviously confirmation from other indicators as well. At this point, I think I'm going to sell. There's been an attempted movement up. If you take the Fibonacci line from the candle where the announcement actually happened, it's hit the 38.2 mark. The last candle was a fairly it engulfed the previous one towards the downside. It's broken the daily forex signals take profit 1 line with a close. It's broken the, I think that's a support line from the daily pivot point. It's broken that with several closes as well. I would anticipate that the next targets were this support line, which is an S2 line, that's daily pivot point support line, and further on from that, take profit 2 line, which is the daily forex signals one. Let's see what happens. I'll turn the video off again and come back when it starts to do something. Hi again. This one has taken slightly longer than expected actually. It's just hit the first daily pivot resistance, or the next daily pivot resistance line actually. I think that's S2 actually. So I closed out half of the trade there and reduced the stop loss on the remaining amount to just over entry. So it's this is my favourite time of trading now. We've still got half of the trade open. We've closed out the first half at 20 pips, just about 20 pips profit. We're letting the second half ride. Worst thing that can happen on the second half is it goes back up, in which case we leave at a couple of pips profit basically. I went in at 1.32595. I've put the stop at 32575, so that should just about cover the spread. I'm heading, my next target will be the this line here, which is the second Forex Daily Signals line. You can see it pretty well bounced off the first one again actually. That was a very significant line. That's the first profit target line of the day on the sell side for daily Forex signals. I don't know how they work. They're not pivot points, they're not Fibonacci lines, they're usually equidistant after the first profit target. I have no idea how they work, but they all tend to be significant points, and that's a pretty good example where you can see that congestion around there. You can see the first move actually hit there precisely the low of that bar on the M5, and that was the bar when the news announcement actually came, the retail sales announcement. The low of that was 32594, which is 0.6 of a pip over the first profit target of 4 Forex Daily Signals on the sell side today. Quite incredible how precise these lines are actually. It then retraced. There was a bearish engulfing pattern off there. Again, retraced. There was a pin, something slightly resembling a pin bar off it. It then came back pretty well to it and moved down to the next support level. And I expect, I can't say I expect, but my next target would be the take profit 2 line for the day of Forex daily signals. I've taken profit at the daily pivot point S2 line, purely and simply because it was carrying on for a while. I don't like risk. I'd rather bank some while I can at a logical point on a chart. That was a logical point on a chart, but my target as of now is the sell take profit line of Forex daily signals. That's at 1.32250. At that point I will either close the whole trade, or I might close another portion of it and reduce the stop to this line. I'll see what the chart's looking at the time. I'm going to pause again now. Hi again. Okay, I've just exited this trade now. It did in fact go back up to the take profit 1 line from Forex daily signals, and I had the stop loss set at just below that, just below my entry actually. So this is how the 2 trades have ended up. One with the first half with 19 pips, the second half with 2 pips. So I'm absolutely fine with that. As I say, if you're into partial closing rather, it's a relaxed way of trading. You get past your first profit target, close out at the first profit target, bring your stop loss to break even. It's lovely trading after that. If you're doing it in conjunction with lines, all the better. Serious support, serious resistance. It makes your trading day very relaxed indeed. I can't stress strongly enough how immensely helpful I find these lines. I trade pretty well just with them now. As I say, there are 6 currency pairs that they focus on. There are 2 core lines every day. There's a buy line, a sell line. Some people trade them automatically. I don't. I wait for a breakout and then a retrace, or I wait for action either south or north of those lines, basically, depending on the news announcements. And then I use the further lines as support and resistance points. And you do get some trades which are quite incredible. I did one a couple of weeks ago with cable where it went. I think it was 140 pips in a minute or 2, and when it was going up, when the price was rising, it was just stopping at the first level, stopping at the second level, stopping at the third level, stopping at the fourth level. Quite incredible. And actually by the time it got up to the 4th level, which was 140 pips, as I say, all the indicators had started showing that the rise had started fizzling out, and I got 55 pips on the retracement of that, and that was over and done with in about 20 minutes actually. But for things like that, the lines are invaluable for me. That's all I've got to say about them at the moment. I'll record another trade very soon. Bye for now.